new DHX2 shock. I think it's my lowest number yet as well, actually, to be fair. Special electronic valves from Schwalbe. This one is a carbon wheel on the back. These are definitely the strongest combo I think you can get from TRP. Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to a brand new video on my channel. We got something very special for today's video. We are in beautiful Italy at the moment and we got a fresh Simplon Repcon bike. This will be our race colored bikes for the season. Really cool. And yeah, I'm gonna run you through all of the components that I run for this season and this race. And yeah, we have quite some special bits to show that we put on for this race. So stay tuned and let's get into it. Simplon Repcon. This is the enduro bike from Simplon. We got 165 travel on the back. We got frame storage. In my previous video I showed quite a bit about what I put in the frame storage, so make sure you check that out. Fitlock bottle. It's a 750 milliliter bottle, I believe. That's right, 750 milliliter bottle. Fits perfectly in the bike. Then in the heart of the bike, the shock, we got the new DHX2 shock with a 475 spring on there. Really love this shock. I only had a few days on it, but it's definitely a big step up from its previous version. All in all, very easy frame to work with. You only need 2 Allen keys for the whole frame, which is sick. And yeah, we did some special things like we marked the bolts, so we don't have to check if the bolts may become loose. And then I can just quickly go over all of the bolts and make sure everything is running well and yeah, in line. So that's all of the frame covered. Now moving our way to the front. For this race, yeah, we got the number plate on. So we got number 24 for the first race of the season. I think it's my lowest number yet as well, actually, to be fair. So pretty keen on that. So 24 number with a custom number plate we get from the races. So unfortunately you cannot get this somewhere else. Moving to the cockpit, we got bike yoke 45 mil or 50 or 45. I think 50 mil stem on there. Simple but looks pretty sick. New gray colorway, looks pretty cool and definitely more special than all the brands out there. We got a low rise handlebar on there, cut down to 760, and I think it's 770 with the grips. TRP brakes, so front and rear TRP brakes, really good. I really like these new brakes. We got a lot of adjustments to do on both the lever position as well as the bite, so that's really nice. And then we got the fresh sand hit hand guards on there, I think in the summer, so stay tuned for that. And that's basically it. Yeah, we got a shifter on there. Of course, we're running the whole TRP drivetrain. We got the freshy silver ones for this build, which is pretty sick. And then we got in the frame, we got a bike yaw dropper. I think we're basically running the best droppers you can get on the market at the moment. It's silver, so it matches perfectly with this build. And then we got this brand new 3D printed seat, which looks pretty sick and definitely stands out from the rest of the component brands out there. Special new bits as the handguards, as I said. We got internal cable routing again through the headset. So in my last frame, as you saw, we had some holes in the frame, but we went back to this setup. We made it work like this, and I think it's a bit easier to work with after all. So that's currently how we did it with some of the cable routing. Then I think we'll just move from the front to the back. So we'll start with what's connected to the cockpit, which is the Freshy Fox 38 forks. Yeah, since I moved to the Fox suspension platform, I'm really happy with it. Super stable and always, I think, works like the dream. And really suits my riding style as well, so I'm super happy with that. We got a Fox big mud guard on here as well now. Yeah, on the front we got a aluminium DT Swiss EX 1700 front wheel together with Magic Mary tires. No inserts, nothing in there. And then we got the special electronic valves from Schwalbe, which basically works like a pressure gauge, but you can connect it with your phone, and I can check the pressures on my phone, so I don't have to take a pressure gauge with me. For example, if the temperature changes during the day, I can just do it from my phone and don't have to carry a tire pressure gauge with me, which is quite a benefit. So this is one of the things I put on for this race to try, but I think I'm confident with it that it will be a big upgrade and makes my life a bit easier. Yeah, that's tires, wheels. We got 2 or 3 discs on the front, smaller one on the front as on the rear. As I run my bike a little bit special, where I want the brake at the front to be not too hard, so I also run the other version on the front as on the rear with the holes and stuff like that. And we got the special silver brakes on the front as well, which looks super tidy with this complete build. So happy days. And yeah, I run the gold pads in the front, so on the back I run the blue pads, and on the gold I think these are the sintered ones, which are not as bitey, but they work well with how I ride. I tend to drag the front brake quite a bit, and with the more bitey brakes it feels like a little bit like a handbrake, but I don't want that on the front. So yeah, that's one of the bit that I do a bit different than others. So yeah, that's basically the front cover, I would say. Moving away to the middle of the bike, we got, as I said, TRP drivetrain. So we got aluminium cranks, 165 millimeter length, so a bit shorter than most of the people run. Since I'm not that tall, it's quite nice to have some shorter cranks. And paired to that, I have the DH pedals from Crank Brothers, bit of a bigger platform than the Enduro ones. Mainly I run these because, let's say if I would clip out, I have some room to stand on, which is sometimes happens in Enduro, actually quite a lot. So that's quite nice. And then yeah, as you say, I have some play in my cranks. That's because I have the O-chain on there, which takes away the pedal kickback from the cassette and the derailleur. And yeah, always been running that. As you can tell, I'm on 9 degrees at the moment. I think 6 or 9 degrees is the go-to for me, especially with the high engagement wheel on the back. So yeah, that's the setup for the cranks, O-chain and pedal. And then yeah, as we showed earlier, we got the silver parts from TRP, so drivetrain on the back. If we're looking at the wheel, you can tell it's a different wheel on the back than it is on the front. That's because this one is a carbon wheel on the back. So this is quite special. Don't think that many people run it, but so far I've been really surprised with how strong these are. I've basically run them through hell and I cannot see any mark. Even when I take off the wheel, there's no marks. This wheel is brand new, so cannot really see any scratches, but even on my used wheels they look barely touched, so super happy with that. Also a Magic Mary on the back. I might go for the Albert if it's gonna get a bit more dry, but as of right now I think the trails are a bit moist still. So Magic on the back, also having the Air Max on the back, so I can check the pressure from the front and the rear. And then yeah, I think that's basically everything. The last thing I want to show you guys is my rear brake setup. So my rear brake setup is a little bit different than my front brake setup. As you can see, I have a 220 disc on the back, which gives me a bit more stopping power, and I ride quite aggressive on the back brake, so this helps quite a bit with getting that stopping power. And then paired with the blue pads from TRP, these are definitely the strongest combo I think you can get from TRP. So that's what we have. And yeah, I got something hiding behind here, which is, to be fair, really simply just some zip ties. I just put the duct tape there so I don't hit it with my feet when I pedal. And then I think yeah, this is basically the whip. I'm super happy with it. It's definitely the best bike I've ever owned. Both how easy it is to work on, as well as all of the testing that I've done in the past. So I think, Jarno, we covered everything, right? I think so too, yeah. Tomorrow is first practice day for the race here in Finale at the World Cup. So we're gonna try and swing off the back and see where it takes us. So make sure you stay tuned on this YouTube channel and get a video out probably on Sunday or Monday of the full race. So stay tuned, follow me on Instagram, Tristan Botram, and also Trailblazers for live updates from the race. And we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching and see you. Ciao, ciao.